What is up, everybody? LC heads included, especially. Pretty crazy day. We got the character, we got the arc, and one nasty ass 10 pull. I love it. I love it. Best of luck to everybody. I hope that helps you just a little bit. But you got to take the good with the bad, right? I had a good summoning session. Got up for work. And had to take some bad with it too. I got assaulted today by a schizophrenic man that watched too much Chuck Norris and thought he knew karate. It's been a hell of a day already, and I'm unscathed. Don't worry. The guy went from Mr. Karate Fighter to picking up a damn chair like it was a bar fight in a matter of seconds. And then this old Russian nurse with a thick accent ran up and started yelling at him. I just could not believe the shit I was seeing. I still don't even know why the guy assaulted me. And he can't even understand everything he says. I guess I was just looking too damn good and too happy today. After all of this awesome pull luck. So, here she is. Malay. Milady Malay. I didn't want to take her to a god level yet because she's like level 38. But then I realized, like, yo, because she messes with status, she might actually be able to get through here. So that's what we're going to try to do. Here's a quick look at her. Right? Skill cost 10 out of 44. We do have her abilities, just barely. This account was already drained. And we do have her traits. She's barely woke. She's barely enhanced, and she's 58 out of 108 on her skill tree. We'll just take anything that we can here. That I'd take staff boost if I could, but we don't have a staff. So we did manage to get both of her swords. And you know what? If you have to choose one or the other, that's a tough choice, because you're either going to go with the damage cap, or you're going to go with plus 20% damage to enemies with status. One's going to give you a higher damage cap. The other one's going to help you fulfill damage cap. I don't know which one would be better for her. Like, what is she going to have a harder time doing? Getting to damage cap? You know? Or if she's already at damage cap and it's easy to get there, you might as well get the other sword that's giving you 1,500 more to damage cap. That's if you have to choose one. No surprise here. I do have the Rabbi Adornment just for more experience. But what's important here is Subaru's Media, aka my ROG3 smartphone. That's absolutely amazing. I like to think mine has a higher attack stat than 15. But, you know, Rimuru or whoever, Subaru was rocking the old school phone. He had like it is like a flip phone. I think it would have been hilarious if they made it a Motorola brick phone, or they're not Motorola. Yeah, Motorola made the brick phones. The Nokia, the old school Nokia phones that were like indestructible. They should have made this one of those, but then they'd have to probably put a higher defense on it because those things were indestructible. So what this does is it has a chance to blind all enemies. So anytime this girl statuses anybody, she's going to get some SCT recovery speed. That was the idea here. I don't know if it works in stacks like that. But regardless, this still has a chance to blind everybody. This girl really wants blind or anything on anyone, because you're going to get your Terror Melt, you're going to get all of your bonuses, boosts to damage, and now the enemy can't see you and they can't hit you back. So the Media, the cell phone, might be a good idea for this girl just to help spam that status around, right? And the arc that I have on her right now, of course, is some kind of status debuff arc. Just gonna try to teach this girl as many nasty status and debuffs as I possibly can. You know, loading screen permitting, of course. What is going on here? Can't record in the garden? It was such a beautiful day too. Alright, so here we go. That's her. Level 38. Abilities, summary. I think we've went over everything. She's at a 1211 strength. She has no business in being in any God tier content at all. And this could just be a miserable, terrible fail like I actually think it's going to be. But I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how far her statuses can take her. First of all, Server Shear Enema. This is awesome. 10% more damage. Physical damage to all enemies. I'll take that. I like that. And here we go with that basic attack of ours. Look at that. Somebody is stunned already. What do we got on this Mofk? Loses MP when activating skills. That is an awesome custom little break that this girl has. Extinguate? I don't... Her, her active skill debuff. I'm just going to call it the active skill debuff. So when you're using your skill kit, you're like bleeding out. And you're going to take damage from using any abilities. That is very cool. That's kind of like a new break, new status, new debuff in this game. So she brings that with her. Very cool. On top of everything else she does, we have her anima. And this Mofk is stunned. So I should be able to do more damage to him. Look at that. Oh, one of these dudes is dead already. We didn't even get into the skill kit yet. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Oh, just look at the damage on this. Just look at the damage on this. This is stupid. Oh, you're both not stunned? Notice how much faster the other one's dying because he has a status on him. And now this one's poisoned. I cannot believe we just charged up the S4 like that. Now this one's stunned and statused and just dead to shit. Look at this. That's absurd. Look at these statuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Look at this. I will drop the S4 here in a second. Because I don't know if it's single target. So I might as well save it to the next wave and just farm off of this fool, right? Just look at this. This is a 30 SC character. This is God mode. I figure I just have to cut in here and say that because nobody would believe it. And again, this is all because of status, right? This is how powerful status can be. This girl doesn't even have Human Slayer yet, which would be very applicable here because, you know, all these guys are humans. I didn't manage to get that out of, you know, it just... I'm like, I don't know, 30 of the red gems short. Look at that. I love her little pose at the end. Her little board trick. Very cool. So right off rip, he's blind. He's not. He's not. He's blind. So that cell phone, right off rip, boom. 2 of these fools are blind. We'll target that one. I'll tell you what. Just in case her S4 isn't a... No, I don't think it is. It's single target. They did show it as single target, so I'm going to want to use it on somebody that has a status on them. So we'll go with this guy. So we can get our Terra Melt. We can get all our damage boost because he is blind. Terra Melt 2, Sadistic Urges. All in all... Oh, that's what the Scissor Blade is for? All in all, not too bad. I can't wait to see how this girl pairs up with DeGrogue, who's going to be throwing Rot into the mix. Oh, look, this is just stupid. Just look at her skill kit. It is because we're statusing every... Look at that. We just got our S4 back. Like, are you kidding me? And everybody's stunned. This is just like a different type of power. This is a different type of power threshold in this game. There was a reason why V's damage cap was not 30,000. And it should never have been because he'd break the damn game. Well, this girl is going to status just like V. Oh, we have a medic. This girl's going to status just like V. The S2 has somewhat of a little hop in it. Oh, look at that. The medic is statused. Let's drop our S4 on him. Some real headhunter type shit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fool is out of the fight. He's not going to be healing anybody. At the same time, though, look at my health. So this is going to be tricky. This girl has no life steal. I don't know if she can do it. We're really going to have to dump this kit and just try to status the shit out of everybody. Like, right now, this is all pure skill and just non-stop damage with no healing. I don't know if we'll be able to make it. You know what? Actually, we're going to use our summon. We're going to use our summon and try to heal, but really, I would prefer just to crowd control the shit out of them and keep statusing enough of them to do the damn thing. Get some basic attacks in there just so we have a chance of proccing any of these other abilities of ours. Proud Force would have been nice to come in here with. And honestly, this, if I could possibly clear this, that guy's got to have light resistance. If I could possibly clear this, this will be the first time I clear this with such a low character with no lifesteal, no Proud Force. And that's ridiculous. In fact, we might as well use this right now just in case this is a drawn-out fight and we have to run away and, yeah, just keep trying to status these fools. Again, Human Slayer would make such a huge difference here. I don't even know how many of them are attacking me because I don't know how many of them I've statused. But I'm going to try to get some basic attacks in there before they do too much damage to me. Can we break this Moth? Okay. So, since the boss is broken, we might as well try to switch over to him. I really do need to kill that medic. I didn't think about light resistance at all. This is still up in the air, though. In fact, chances are we might not make it through this, but let's see. Because at the rate that this girl's kit charges, and just getting that S4 like that, and look at that. Just for that, we procced an S3, so we must have status somebody. Just how much that's feeding her kit is insane. Problem is, we're going to start taking damage soon. Because some of them are going to... Look at that. We got our S4 again, baby. We got our S4 again. Look at these statuses. Look at these statuses, though. That's crazy. We're going to lock back onto the damn medic. Oh, look at that. We'll just throw him up into the air. I never thought this level would be possible to beat by only doing 1,000 damage to him at a time. Well, you know what? Actually, Millum, she could beat this by kiting it if it wasn't all mages. Even at a low SC, so... But this is just different. This is, of course, playing... this is, of course, playing off of, you know, resistances and ailments. And that is why it's so awesome. It's just her ability to debuff is going to give you so much. I mean, there's no other way to beat this. It's all of this girl's statuses putting in work. Again, no human killer. That's crazy. That is crazy. There's always been a crazy power threshold with status in this game, especially if it's applicable and you can get it off. Well, this girl's got the goods. She can get that status out. Man, if only. Getting daddy. If only. Let's try to finish one of these mosques off. If only we had some Proud Force, that would be the difference right now. We would be at full health for sure. Lickety split, no problem. Let's see, do we have anything that gives FCT off of killing one of these fools? Because one of them's about to die. It's crazy because, like, the only way we can beat this is just by keeping these fools stunned and status the whole time. And it looks like she actually is going to at least get close. I mean, damn. Like, that's crazy. I love the little scissor hand thing, by the way. Love those little knives. It looks like when it's all said and done, we're going to have this damn medic to deal with. We'll just keep him stunned. It'd be nice to break this fool so we could finish him right now. She's not putting in that much work on the break bar. I am not complaining. Like, the fact that she can even break this guy at all, that's plenty. That is plenty. So we can actually make use of our S4 that we're charging up like it's just absolutely ridiculous. Alright, not bad damage. So might as well dump everything we have. And we'll do another vid breaking down like her skills and how they're actually working. Because if I step back right now and start showcasing her skills, I'll probably die. So we're just going to keep the pressure up, keep the status on them. You'll never recover. And actually, okay, that's what's going on. 50% light resistance. This girl's doing all light, and it's all right. Oh, that fool just came out of his status? Nah, not on my watch. So I do like that her skills have little... Here's her S2. So she does slide in there. It's not the longest slide in the world by any means. Right? The S1 has some range. Boom. You can very well hit way over there. I do believe the S3 has some range too. We'll see as soon as that charges. I might as well just keep dropping these S4s so I can just keep charging them back to back to back. That's crazy. We've dropped quite a few of them already. And then just like some basic attacks in there just to stun them again. So here's the S3. Here's how far. The S3 is awesome because it seems like she's just going to teleport right over to you and drop that shit like it's hot. And it is very, very hot. I don't care what kind of nightmare of hers you're in. That's awesome. Just being able to teleport. And, of course, she's going to be banking off some aerial damage because just about everything she does is throwing you up in the air. Even the S1, right? Now, let's see if we can hit with an S3 from all the way over here. Boom. Yeah, it is a straight-up teleport all the way across. I will find you and headhunt you. The S1 throws people up in the air. He did go up in the air a little bit. S2 throws people up into the air. He did go up into the air. And the second part of the S3 also looks like it throws people up into the damn air. That's awesome. Did we get an animal off on this? Because, 10% extra damage. That might actually help against this asshole who's resisting so much of our damage. I think we had it up anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I dig it. I like the S1. It keeps people away. Just scissors. Scissors. That's her theme. Scissors and status. Edward Scissorhands. Creepy little sister. This muff did not just hit us back with his staff. You're supposed to be stunned, dude. Here. So, I do believe, yeah, her MP is drained because she does come with Proud Force too. So, depending on what you want to do with her, they're going to give you Proud Force for free so you can turn your MP into damage. Or maybe you want to save your MP and throw like some Giga Weaken. Maybe you want to just throw some spells or anything that have some kind of status on them. Whatever, you do whatever you want. So, we're going to have to see how important her MP is to her. Right, just the fact that they gave us what is it? I was just talking about it. The one that does more damage based on your MP. Keen eyes, sharp eyes. I have keen eyes. Talking about sharp eyes. Yeah, the fact that they just gave us sharp eyes for her, I didn't see that one coming. I thought you'd have to add that. So that's cool. It's always an option for her. Oh, board trick. That's way cooler than a freaking ollie any day. Let's see. What do you need to add to her kit that I've noticed so far? I don't see any haste or anything like that on her. I put fast haste on her. Now, fast haste expired, especially on that last wave because it took like 8 minutes to clear that. Fast haste expired within like the first minute or two, which means she's been charging her kit without haste. Right? She's been charging her kit without haste. Her being able to hit and status so many mobs at the same time actually charged her kit enough in there to get her through. This is the easiest clear that I've had on Nightmare content, or I'm sorry, God content with the weakest character I've ever ran, and it is because she's taking advantage of status. That is how strong status can be in this game. So she already cleared a dangerous invitation, a level 100 God mode, right? And she has a lot to learn. So very powerful character. You're going to be happy with her because she's going to be the top tier statuser. And here's something to think about. Status characters, you know, the meta changes around them, but they kind of hold their spot because there's only so many options of it, right? Everyone's statuser that's available to everybody is Loga. He is still awesome. You know, if they could just give him some more damage cap. Yeah, he's still super useful. Still awesome. Still somebody to work on if you don't have anyone that throws status. Then we have the mid-tier status character. That is V. He is a limited character from Devil May Cry. You can't get him. And even if you can get him, you pretty much have to have his paid weapon that has... It's like a machine gun status freaking cane. Okay, just... His basic attack has a really good attack for statusing people. It's fast, it's got a high hit count, and every single hit has a small chance of putting a status on you. And his cane literally gives him poison, blind. It gives him a small chance to throw out just about every single debuff that we have. So with V, you could just start basic attacking somebody from across the screen, and they instantly get froze and status and poison and all this shit. So he is still very powerful, and if you have him, you can use the shit out of him to cheese tower. In fact, V was still part of my tower team, you know. Even being a mid-tier character, it doesn't matter, because you don't need him for damage. You can just use him to freeze everybody, stop everybody, you know, get some nasty ailments on a boss so that he's blind and he can't hit you, therefore he can't kill you. And I've still been running V. Is just very awesome. I will take this girl over V any day, just as far as her sprite goes. Obviously her power level, how upgraded she is. She has a bunch of nifty and nasty stuff in her kit, and just being able to get SCT off of statuses, right? And then we have some nifty gear that we can throw on her. Some gear that V's going to want too, but I would rather give this girl the cell phone. Everybody can start the fight blind already, and she can already get her terror melt and all her bonus damage. I also like that she has a dual wield trait. Like she has a trait built in that's, you know, giving dual wield and empowering it a little bit. It's not true dual wield, but let's just be clear here. If this girl had true dual wield right now, last Cloudia would be broken in half. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. Very awesome character. People are going to want her just for the sweet, sweet upside down ollie board trick that she does with her swords at the end. And oh yeah, all the status that this girl's going to bring, and all the nasty shit you can do with it. It's funny, she looks like a dark damager, but she is doing all light damage, so it is alright. And I'm going to be running her with my android. This girl can status everybody, right? And then A2 can just charge up her damage cap and start hitting people for, you know, 60, 70,000 damage per hit. Her problem is she doesn't have the best crowd control, and she's swinging around a freaking claymore. So you can interrupt her, and when you interrupt her kit, you're cutting so much freaking damage out, right? If A2 tries to throw her S2 and you interrupt her, you just stopped her from doing 500,000 damage or like 250,000 damage. So it's very important that that android's skill kit does not get interrupted when she's throwing them. Well, enter a character like this that's also doing light damage, right? But this girl has the ability to just stun people and make them stand there like idiots. And then you can switch over to your android, you know, 60, 70,000 damage a hit. Oh, look, there's nothing to stop me from dumping my kit. I'm going to be able to throw every single one of them, and everyone's going to die because they're statused and they can't crowd control her. They can't interrupt her. So I think that's going to be a potent ass combo. They're matched up with their elements. doing light. So I can't wait to see what kind of party I can throw with this girl. And oh yeah, we's finna have a party tonight. Best of luck to everybody out there. You're going to love this girl when you get her. If you don't get her now, you will get her later down the road. She's limited, but not that limited. She's probably going to be the most highly sought after character on the Heroes of Bullshit banner, or whatever they group them into, just because of her power and the power of status in this game right now. You guys just saw it. Like, no other character is going to be able to run through that God mode like that, without any healing, without any proud force. Like, that was all straight up, either you can pin everybody to the wall with status, or you're going to die. Like, it's crazy that she got past that last wave and took a whopping 3,000 damage, right? The fact that I could actually use a summon to keep up with all of the damage from that level. She's outnumbered 4-1. Made some pretty good work out of it. So, very cool. At least this gives everyone to see how her kit works. There is great synergy in her kit. You know, she's going to get that aerial damage. That's a very easy plus 20% to her damage with all of these abilities where she's throwing people up in the air. So sky high, all that good stuff. She just has so many easy ways of getting damage, right? It's 4 SC here, a few SC there. Yeah, you're going to probably have to put haste on her, but you're not exactly having to put dual wield on her. They just saved you 14 SC right there, so I could see how they would want us to put haste on her. You know, other than that, though, wonderful character. You guys just did see her run. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to keep working on her, and hopefully I can get a good amount of progress done today. Later, everybody, and best of luck.